А я хотів тримати економічний фронт, та у житті не завжди все йде гладко. Тож доки пес, патрон, тримає район.
Before we continue, we invite you to follow our channel, the only American show reporting live from Ukraine every day.
Yeah, Howard Buffett, who there's a program called the Halo Trust, which is focused on demining efforts, and I think that's really been a big mission of Howard Buffett here in Ukraine. And he's an example of there are the famous people and non-famous people who come here not just once, or maybe they only plan on coming here once, but they keep returning again and again. Whether it's to bring trucks, I know people that run special retreats for wounded warriors and people with PTSD in the mountains. You have people from all over the world, but especially the U.S., the UK, and the Baltic nations. You see a big presence from those countries here. And there's also, for example, a very famous guy. Now he's famous from Japan, who's been in Kharkiv City. A very old guy. I think he's like 80 years old, or more 85 or something. And he has been running a kitchen in Kharkiv City every single day since February 2022. And so that is part of this sort of the tapestry of inspiration that you see around here every day in Ukraine. And Bob, I'm sorry for the connection problems here. We have I don't know if it's in general. I mean, we've had the very lately cell networks have been pretty weak. Just sometimes it is difficult to get Wi-Fi. It just depends. Right now, in the neighborhood from which I'm speaking to you in Kyiv, I can hear the hum of generators in the background because the power is out. This is the daily reality throughout Ukraine now. But it is strange for me because often my internet is working quite well, and then right when I'm trying to connect with you, the problems arise. Is it happening now, or are we clear?
Ми з пацанами тримаємо посадку. Ми з пацанами тримаємо посадку.
I think he still is, actually. Yeah, I hope I look forward to meeting them sometime. And I mean, that is how, as I described yesterday, in Ukraine is like a big village. You run into people like that as you travel the country. It's pretty common, despite such a big country. And I should note, yesterday, President Zelensky said something pretty interesting. He said that Putin is afraid of only two things: of Trump and of China. It's pretty remarkable from Zelensky, and I think he's being very smart and shrewd on this. And
Ми з пацанами тримаємо посадку. Ми з пацанами тримаємо посадку.
Oh yeah, sorry, Bob. Afraid. Yeah, President Zelensky said that Putin is afraid of only of two things: of Trump and of China. And pretty interesting that he would say that. Although I will say that when you talk with Ukrainians, I think they felt a little bit left out from that statement. They would say that he's afraid of the freedom of the Ukrainian people. And I might have to wonder with our connection problems today. I posted on X yesterday. This post that now has got some 200,000 views, looking at a deep dive into Russian propaganda and how it operates. And so maybe that's why we have some connection problems here. But if you go to my Twitter account at JP Lindsley, you can see the arguments I was making. But as I've listened to, for example, the Joe Rogan podcast and places where and people close to Trump, like Donald Trump Jr., the things they say about Ukraine, a lot of that is not grounded in reality. And so I take a look at examining the most common objections to Ukraine and show how that's really created. These are false claims created by the Kremlin.
Ми з пацанами тримаємо посадку. Ми з пацанами тримаємо посадку.
Yeah, well, maybe it's a sign. Hey, by the way, Bob, I should mention I had my first ever McDonald's yesterday in Ukraine. And, it's a Chicago company, of course, and Ukrainians are very proud. They say that they...
Ми з пацанами тримаємо посадку. Ми з пацанами тримаємо посадку.
Well, it's hard for me to do a scientific study because I've been gone from the U.S. for so long. But Ukrainians say that their McDonald's is better because it has fresher ingredients, less chemicals, and it tastes pretty good is all I can say. But it was until tomorrow.
Thank you for introducing Ukraine on your social media pages. That's very important that much more people can get more information about the situation here and how everybody can help Ukraine to stay stronger and to save all the world.
Що він сказав?
Well, which side are you on? На чиїй ти стороні? Come on now. Oh, which side are you on? На чиїй ти стороні?